Hey there and welcome. Today we're diving into something that, let's be honest, becomes more and more precious as we get older, a really, truly good night's sleep. If you're over 45, you've probably noticed things are a little different than they used to be. So let's get into it and figure out how to get that amazing rest back.
So why is that? Why is it so hard to get a great night's sleep all of a sudden? Maybe you feel like your sleep is just lighter. You're exhausted when your head hits the pillow, but your brain is off running a marathon. Or, my favorite, you'll wake up at 3 a.m. wide awake, and that's it. Your day has started. Does any of that sound familiar? Okay, I want to start with some really good news. First off, if you're feeling this way, you are absolutely not alone. This is one of the most common things that happens as we age. But more importantly, and this is the big one, it is not permanent. This is not something you just have to suffer through. You can get better sleep. To fix this, first we have to understand what's actually going on. So let's look under the hood a little bit. It's not just a feeling, and it's not just in your head. There are real biological reasons why your sleep is changing. Here's the deal in a nutshell. As we get older, our brain spends less time in that really deep, restorative sleep. You know, that's the good stuff, the phase where your body does all its repairs and your brain sorts through memories. At the same time, our body's production of a really important sleep hormone also starts to drop off.
And that hormone is melatonin. The best way to think about melatonin is like your body's built-in sleep signal. It's the little messenger that goes to your brain and says, hey, it's dark out, time to start winding down. As we age, our bodies just make less of it, so that signal gets a little quieter.
So, these changes in your biology, they lead to experiences you probably know all too well. Waking up a bunch during the night, feeling groggy in the morning even after 8 hours, or that classic 3 a.m. wake-up call where you just can't get back to sleep. These are the symptoms, but remember, they are not a life sentence.
Okay, so that's the why. Now for the good part, the how. How do we fix it? We're going to use a really simple but incredibly powerful framework to rebuild your sleep from the ground up. I like to call them the 3 pillars of sleep.
I want you to picture a three-legged stool. The legs are your body clock, your sleep environment, and your evening behaviors. Now, what happens if one of those legs is short or wobbly? The whole thing falls over, right? Your sleep is exactly the same, but when all 3 pillars are strong, your sleep becomes solid, stable, and deeply refreshing.
All right, time to get practical. Let's walk through each one of these pillars, and I'll give you some simple, actionable things you can start doing, literally tonight, to make a real difference.
First up, pillar 1, your body clock. This one is huge. Your brain is a creature of habit, and it craves a routine. The single most important thing you can do is wake up at the same time every single day. And yes, that includes weekends. I know, but it's a game changer. Then, get outside for 10 minutes of morning sunlight. That light tells your brain to wake up and actually helps it produce melatonin later that night. It's pretty amazing. Okay, on to pillar 2, your sleep environment. Your bedroom needs to become a sanctuary for sleep. It should send one and only one message to your brain: this is where we rest, nothing else. And one of the most powerful changes you can make here is temperature. Your body actually needs to lower its core temperature to initiate sleep. So by keeping your room cool, somewhere between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit, you're basically giving your body a running start. It's wild how much of a difference this can make. Beyond temperature, your mission is to make your room a dark, quiet cave. I'm talking pitch black. Cover those tiny little blue and red lights on your electronics. And get this, your bed is for sleep and intimacy only. No more working from bed, no more scrolling social media. You have to teach your brain that when you get in bed, it's time to sleep. And that brings us to our final pillar, your evening behaviors. Think of the last few hours of your day as your landing sequence for sleep. Let's run the clock. By 2 p.m., that's your last call for caffeine. It sticks around longer than you think. Try to finish any heavy meals by 8 p.m. And the big one, at 9 p.m., all screens go off. The blue light from phones and TVs messes with your melatonin. Use that last hour to do something calming. Read a real book, listen to music, take a bath. Create a wind-down ritual.
So what happens on those nights? You know the ones I'm talking about. You've done everything right, and you're still just lying there, wide awake, staring at the ceiling. It's maddening. Let's talk about what to do in that exact moment.
Here is your new secret weapon. It's called the 4-7-8 breathing technique, and it works like a natural tranquilizer for your nervous system. It's so simple. You just breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds, hold it for 7 seconds, and then exhale slowly out of your mouth for 8 seconds. You just do that 4 times. That's it.
It can totally change your state. This code gets to the absolute heart of the problem. Your bed should be a sanctuary for rest, not a battleground for sleep. Because when you lie there getting more and more frustrated that you're not sleeping, your brain starts to associate your bed with anxiety. We have to break that connection.
And here's how you do it. It's called the 20-minute rule, and it might sound a little crazy at first. If you've been tossing and turning for about 20 minutes, get up. I know, it feels like the last thing you should do, but get out of bed, go to another room with dim light, and do something boring until you feel sleepy again. This teaches your brain that the bed is only for sleeping, not for worrying about sleeping.
Now, all of these tips are incredibly powerful. But, and this is super important, we also have to know when it's time to call in a professional. Sometimes poor sleep can be a signal of an underlying medical issue that needs a doctor's attention.
So take a look at this list. If any of these are happening to you regularly, things like really loud snoring or gasping for breath, or you just can't stay awake during the day, please talk to your doctor. These can be signs of very treatable conditions like sleep apnea. Don't just try to power through it. Get it checked out.
So as we wrap up, I want to leave you with this one core idea. We have to stop thinking about sleep as a luxury. It's not an indulgence, it is a biological necessity. It's the foundation of your memory, your immune system, your mood, basically everything. Investing in your sleep is one of the single best investments you can make in your health.
So, here's my challenge to you. Don't try to change everything all at once. That's just overwhelming. Just pick one thing. Maybe it's turning down the thermostat tonight, or maybe it's plugging your phone in across the room instead of next to your bed. What is the one small change you will commit to for better sleep tonight?